everybody. I'm back again to show you a project that uses the double stitch that I showed you on the last video. Well, my previous video anyway. And it's a granny square, but it's just called double square. So the first thing we do, we make our slip knot. You cross the yarns over. Pull your tail up, make a loop, and pull it through the other loop. Tighten your string. I'm using a size G crochet hook. Insert it in your loop. And for this pattern, the very first thing you do is chain 4. So remember, yarn over, pull it through your loop, 2, 3, 4. Now this calls to make a ring. So what you do is you insert your hook in your first chain that you made, yarn over, and make a slip knot, slip stitch. Yeah, slip stitch. Okay. So for round 1, we will chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will probably insert a snapshot of the pattern at the end of the video here. So let's see, 3 double crochets into the ring. So remember, for a double crochet, you yarn over, insert into a ring in the ring this time, not into a stitch. Yarn over and pull through the ring. So you have the 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And what I'm doing with the tail, as I'm going around the inside of the ring, inside of this ring here, I'm just holding it along so it'll be hidden underneath. And then at the end of the project, you usually clip off the little piece that's hanging out. So let's see, 3. 1, 2, and 3. So then it calls for us to chain 2. And these are in parentheses. So what that means is you're going to do multiple stitches so many times. And like this one calls to do it 3 times. So you do from here to the end of your chains 3 times. This is 1, so you do it 2 more. So the 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then your 2 chains. I always move those over so I have more room in my ring, so it looks more square here. So that was 2, 1, 2 sets, and this will be the 3rd set. So 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets and 2 chains. Okay, the next thing it calls for is 2 double crochets into the ring. One, 2, and then 1 slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the 5 chains at the beginning of the round. So this is the 5, you can go 1, 2, 3. So remember to do a slip stitch, yarn over, and pull it through. In those first 2 chains that we did at the very beginning, the 5 chains, they will count as a double crochet. So you have 1, 2, 3 in the 4th set. Okay, so for round 2, this one you do not turn your work, you just keep working it around. That's why they call them rounds instead of rows. So the second round, they call for a slip stitch into the next chain. So slip stitch into the next chain. You chain six chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 2 double crochets in the first chain space. So that's this first chain space right here. So let's see, it was 2. 1, and 2. Okay, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochets, these 3. So you do them on the top. Let's see, that's the top. 1, 2, and 3. So 2 double crochets, 4 chains, and 2 double crochets in our space. So 1, and that's a big space there. I must have used the wrong. So 1, 2, 3, pull them back out. So you want to always continuously look at your work and make sure that it looks right. Like right there, that spacing looked funny. So I just ripped it back out to where I thought I made a mistake. And I did, because I put it in this hole here, which is the last chain. That would be the 6th chain of those chains that I made. So I just ripped it out and did it again. So the 2 double crochets, the 4 chains, and the 2 double crochets in this space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 double crochets. Okay. And then we repeat 2 more times. So instead of going into this little hole here, we got to go into this hole here. So the top of these 3, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, 2 double crochets first. 1, 2, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 double crochets in that same space. Okay, double crochet on each of the top of these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 double crochets in the space, chain 4, 2, 3, 4, 2 double crochets in the space again, 1 and 2. And the noise you're hearing is me pulling the yarn through this little gadget that I have, my ball. Okay, now the end of that, it says 1 double crochet in each of the 2. So 1, 2, 1 double crochet in the third chain of that 5 chain, which is where you started. So that's where you put your slip stitch in before. Okay, and 1 slip stitch in the third. So since there was 6 here, I'm going to subtract 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3 into this one. Okay, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think I did something wrong. I must have skipped one. We'll see what I did here. Oh, I did. Okay, it says to do a double crochet in the next chain space, which is here. So slide it down in, and now you do the 3, or the slip stitch. Slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then remember the chains count as a double crochet, so that would be our 7th. Okay, now on to round 3. 1 slip stitch in the next chain. Grab your next chain, slip stitch. Okay, 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 double crochets in the first space. So right in this first space, do 2. 1 and 2. Okay, 1 double crochet in each double crochet to the next corner. So all the way up to here. And I added 7 here. So then 2 double crochets, 4 chains, 2 double crochets again in the corner, just like we did before. So 1, 2, 4 chains, 2, 4. Okay, 2 more double crochets. Okay, so that's your first side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it looks like we're adding 4 double crochets to each side as we're going. So that was 11. We should have 15 on the next round. So remember, we do on the tops of these, which there were 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now the 2 double crochets, 4 chains, 2 double crochet right in the chain space. 2 double crochet, 4 chains, 2 double crochet in that same space, okay. And I've got 3 sides done of this 3rd round. Let's see, mark my spot here. Where am I at? Okay, 1 double crochet in each double crochet along the 4th side. Remember, there were 7 of them on this row anyway. So I should have 9 with these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, okay. Now, 1 double crochet in the 3rd of the 6 chains. So that's where we did our slip stitch. So we do a double crochet right in that space. Okay, and then a slip stitch in the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3, grab the next one, slip stitch. So then that should be our 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now it says repeat round 3 to the size that's required. So I'll probably just do 1 more row. And on each round, oh yeah, each round you gain 4 extra doubles to be working on each side. Okay. So we slip stitched in the next stitch. 1, 2. So slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains. 2 doubles in the space. Okay. So we had 7 last time, and if you gain an extra 4, we should have 11. So we'll count 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 2 double crochets, 4 chains, 2 double crochets in this space. 1, 2, and my 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a dark spot in my yarn. Oh. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, so there's my first edge, first side on there. So there should be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes. Okay, I will continue around. I will probably speed up the process here so you don't watch me do every single stitch. Yeah, and of course that's going to show. And of course I'm on my last row here, or my last side. And 11. So double crochet where we attached it. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3 into this stitch here. We slip stitch, and that should be our project. Okay. So I'm going to do a slip knot. Okay. Then remember how I said the little tail, how much shorter it is. We will clip that off. And then this one here, we will weave in. I usually weave it in the top of that last row. It's easiest. Top of all your stitches. And then you can either use this by itself, use it for, you know, to put something on top of it so it doesn't scratch your tables. The bottoms of like lamps sometimes are not the smoothest, so you could set one of these on it and put the lamp on top. Or you could make like 4 of them, attach them to a pillow, one side of a pillow, make 4 more and put them on the other side. You can also make a whole bunch of these, either the same color or a different color, and you could sew them all together, stitch them on the outsides, and then you can make an afghan with it. There's all kinds of things you could do with these little squares. And of course that does show, so I either can try to pick it out or cut it out. Well, I don't really want to cut it because I'm not real great with scissors, but anyway, you get the idea of what it looks like. Okay. I probably will do a tutorial too on how to actually read a pattern. That would probably be helpful for a lot of you, especially if you're just learning how to do this. I do go relatively fast just because I'm so familiar with it, but you know, if I showed you a pattern and, you know, did it in real good detail, you might it might be helpful to you. So all right, well, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you on the next project. Bye.